I heard sperm is salty, so you could try that. You just like say, hey, I need an Not like you're doing that at a swinger event, but with your own partner, you're like, hey, for a good cause, right?
If anybody's down for experimenting, we are game.
Welcome to Swinger University, your horizontal enrichment program, offering you the naked facts about swinging. Here are your hosts, Ed and Phoebe.
Hi, this is Ed.
And this is Phoebe.
Today we're talking about when partying outperforms fucking. We get it. You're living your best life in your 40s or 50s like a rock star from your 20s. There's drinking, dancing, sunbathing, staying up late, and hanging out in the pool, the hot tub, or the ocean most of the day. It's a real butt kicker on your body, and to quote a good friend, you have to train for this shit.
Absolutely. But before we get started with our episode, please take a minute to review and rate us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to us. We appreciate the support, and it helps us reach more listeners.
After getting back from Podcastapalooza, or PCAP, hosted by Kate from Swinging Down Under, the Wanderlust Swingers podcast, we realized we are still novices at events with pools and lots of sun. We're kind of like vampires. Don't go out in the sun much.
Right. And when we do, it's with an umbrella, fully covered, sun clothing, etc., etc.
Right. Tattoos and sun do not mix, so I am very much about covering up.
And preserving your highly invested artwork.
Yes. So our days were packed full of sun and fun. Despite our best efforts to stay hydrated and minimize our sun exposure, the pool was where all the action was.
I know. And I was successful with my sunscreen application. I did not get sunburned at all. In fact, I don't even think I got a glisten of a tan. Nothing, which was amazing. I was quite impressed. However, my lips forgot about them. So as much as I love to kiss, I forgot to put sunscreen on my lips, and they got burned and they hurt so bad, and I was so bummed.
And I did get a little red on the first day.
Oh yeah,
kind of pinkish, even with sunscreen, because you must reapply. And I even had a timer set on my watch, so it's real. Maybe
you need to do that 20 minutes ahead. You know how they always say, do it 20 minutes ahead. I think you're the person that needs to do it 20 minutes ahead. I don't.
I did. So the bottle said reapply every 80 minutes, and I reapplied on the hour. So it's 20 minutes in front of. I had a timer on my damn watch.
That is weird. Yeah. So even though we applied lots of sunscreen, this was not the problem. It was the dehydration that left us feeling so tired.
And all of the wonderful free cocktails that were provided at PCAP, which of course were amazing and fun
best.
And spontaneous and super cool, but at the same time weren't helping the dehydration situation. It's a give and take.
I know.
Free drinks, dehydration.
I know. I still hear Kate's words ringing in my head. Hydrate. I did. I tried really hard. But you have to really try. You don't just try, you do. And we will get into that in just a second.
Do or do not. There is no try.
So next time we need a strategy.
Right.
And we did this analysis of what occurred and how to prepare for our next upcoming event that's in the sun. And, we're still curious about the party to fuck ratio at lifestyle resorts. And perhaps it's because everyone is just too hungover or too damn tired.
Yeah, and baked in the wrong sense of the word baked.
Right. And so, how do they navigate that? Which I think they just do their best. But in reality, I think everyone just fucks on the last day.
Yeah.
Here's what we found. You want to start with the sun?
Sure. The sun doesn't help.
No.
Does being in the sun make you actually tired? Well, we were curious, so of course we did some research. Absolutely, yes. Your body engages in thermal regulation. So as you get hot, your body tries to keep your internal temperature constant, right? This is what hypothermia is all about, right? Trying to regulate your body temperature so you don't die. Well, same thing happens in heat. So it's constantly circulating your blood, trying to keep your skin surface cool and your core temperature down. So your body is constantly circulating, which of course takes energy.
Right. And because it takes energy, it's working harder and you're creating more energy, which makes you hotter. It also increases your metabolism, which can contribute to feeling tired. So it's this very vicious cycle. And you think that's the end of the vicious cycle? Oh, no. There's more.
Yeah. So what's interesting, too, is that the sun also suppresses the sleep hormone melatonin, and the effect is more pronounced when spending time outside versus inside. So at the end of the day, you're going to feel even more tired because your melatonin is depressed and you're not going to get good sleep.
Right. Well, yeah, it's more than, like, it's more pronounced.
Right.
Right? And I'm going to talk about the vitamin D, and then you can talk about the next thing. So now you're in the sun for an extended period of time, which means your body's producing extra vitamin D, which is an extra workload for your body. So you're just telling your body to do a whole bunch of shit in a very small amount all at once. Right. It's trying to cool you. It's speeding up your metabolism. It's trying to produce vitamin D. It's trying to do this. It's trying to do that. It's trying to exponential. Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
It's fucking freaking out.
And if you were to happen to get sunburn at the same time, your body is also trying to heal all of that tissue, your skin being the largest organ in your body.
Oh, yeah.
Which is going to drain you even more.
Which leads to dehydration. But before we get to that, overexposure can also suppress your immune system. So if you're trying to have a good time during the entire week, maybe be a little kind to yourself, because you don't want to get sick halfway through when you spent, I don't know, $8,000 to go to one of the adult resorts. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not cheap.
No.
So our advice, don't let the sun suck your energy. Have someone else do it.
Right. I mean, if there's sucking that's going to be involved, don't let it be the sun.
That's right.
Dehydration, it's a thing. It really is a thing.
I know we talk about it all day long, but it's pretty serious.
Right. So what happens is, as the water evaporates from your body through, breathing and sweating and the heat trying to cool you down, your blood actually gets thicker because you've got a lower water concentration in your body, which means that your heart actually has to work harder, which means that you're not circulating as much blood, and your brain gets fuzzier because it's not getting as much circulation as it normally would, which has the oxygen, so it's not helping.
No. And you're losing sodium. So through the sweating, et cetera, and even if you are trying to drink more water, you still have to replace that sodium.
Right.
So they suggest to snack on a pickle, or, I heard sperm is salty, so you could try that. You just say, hey, I need it. Not like you're doing that at a swinger event, but with your own partner, you're like, hey, for a good cause, right?
If anybody's down for experimenting, we are game.
It would make you dehydrated, but it would help me.
Right. So you got to share a little bit.
I don't know, but I need you to be part in the game, right?
Right.
So, okay, maybe that's not a good idea. A sports drink, right? And then any kind of banana bag also is really, really good. A nurse friend of mine really recommended those because you have the vitamins, the sodium,
the electrolytes,
all
which
that
are basically salts, which help to regulate neural functions and all of the stuff that we're talking about in terms of being dehydrated.
Right. And you all know that your pee color should be light, almost clear.
If it's coming out like syrup, it's...
Oh, Lord.
You're probably dehydrated, so you should drink a little. And I mean, like water. Drink a little water or a lot of water.
Right. Other dehydration accelerators. Traveling on the airplane. Have you not noticed how dry your sinuses get? I do. And I started carrying the saline, the mister thing for my nose.
Nasal spray.
Spray, yeah. So I throw that in my bag. I carry that. I use it like a few times on the flight. They say that you should drink 8 ounces of water for every hour you're airborne, because you can lose a lot. Oh gosh, I don't think I put that statistic in here. It's crazy how much water you can lose on a 10-hour flight. But when you're, wow, where else did I put that? Oh man, you guys, I didn't put that in here, but it's crazy. If you're going to do a 10-hour flight, definitely have a bottle of water, use your nasal spray, because you'll lose at least, gosh, what was it? Something like 4 liters of your own body weight, or I don't know. It was some crazy number.
Right.
Here's what happens. The airplane sucks all the air from up above, which has absolutely no humidity in the air. In fact, it's like 4 times drier than the Sahara Desert. All right. So you're breathing that air. And when you're breathing that air, you're drying out all your sinuses, which I mentioned. And what fights off bacteria, as we talked with BV and vaginal moisture. Moisture is your friend. So
especially in the mucous membranes.
Exactly. So moisture in your mucous membranes helps fight off bacteria, et cetera, et cetera. So that is also your best friend for fighting off any kind of thing you're going to catch on the airplane on your way to your very expensive adult resort takeover. Right. So hydrate, saline spray. Excellent. These are the training exercises. This is what we need.
Right. So carry on the bottle of water and the saline spray.
Yes.
So, but you'd think, hey, being in the water, right? That should help. It doesn't. It's actually the contrary to that because of osmosis. So your body's salty. The water outside is not salty. So what happens is your cells actually start to bleed out water, trying to equalize that. Actually, that's the opposite. If you were salty, it would try to absorb the water. So anyway, I'm not sure what I'm saying here, but being in the water dehydrates you. It's probably the chlorine.
It's the opposite. Could be. It's bad. Sunburn, as we talked about earlier, raises your body temperature, which increases the blood flow to that area of the surface area of your skin where you are sunburned, therefore dehydrating you more and creating fatigue.
Right. And of course, all of our favorites, alcohol doesn't help. It dehydrates you. It's diluting your blood. And that's not helping you.
Sugar, a dehydrator. Caffeine, a dehydrator. So now you had a nice sugary alcoholic drink spiked with Red Bull, triple threat. Right. And you're in the pool, quadruple threat. And you're in the sun, times 5. So you're just screwed. So you have to have something beside the pool, a water bottle with some electrolytes in it. Otherwise, you're going to be messed up.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
It's going to wear you down fast.
And if you happen to be in the pool, like at LOV, so you're drinking your alcoholic, caffeinated, sweet, sugary drink in the sun, in the pool, while playing volleyball.
Right.
At LOV, 6 times the threat. Yeah, physical activity is going to dehydrate you. And of course, you're sweating. Okay, that's 7 times the threat.
Right. So by the time you get to the
fucked.
evening activities where everybody's dancing and sweating, and you've had a full day in the pool, you're not going to last very long. Plus the lights are dim, so you're already feeling sleepy.
Why can't we just have it all? Why can't we just go, can I please have my sugary alcoholic drink with Red Bull and be in the sun and play volleyball at the same time and not suffer? Like, why can't we just do it all? Why do we have to go, okay, I won't play volleyball, or okay, I won't have an alcoholic drink, or okay, one of the 7 or 2 of the 7?
It's all about moderation. You just got to do a little bit of everything. So if you're going to have the drink, have a drink of water to go with it. So
you just do the 2 fisting, 1 water, 1 alcoholic drink. One. But then, so here's the problem. You get drinking and you're like, wee, you don't remember. You're like, oh yeah, it's liquid. It feels. and the responsible brain has to come in when the drunk brain is like, wee, right?
The struggle is real.
This is the problem.
Right.
Okay. So the physical activity. Talk about this cool new word.
So active bodies create adenosine, which of course makes us tired.
It's like some cool new, it's like a new hormone.
So the interesting thing is that while you're exercising, you're producing this hormone, and it's
the relaxing one
affecting you
right.
as you play. So the more active you are in the pool, let's say you are playing like pool volleyball or something like that, it's actually starting to
okay, so times 8. Okay, so we're up to 8. All right.
Yeah. Food.
Consuming foods not in your normal day-to-day diet. That happens all the time when we go on vacation. Rich foods,
lots
native
of carbs.
Yeah, carbs. I try to really minimize the carbs just because it creates a lot of inflammation in my body, and so I by choice and for my health reasons, I try to keep those low. But I will indulge in a nice dessert. I will try foods, native to that area, cultural to that area, because I want to try new things. And sometimes that means eating carbs or something rich. And so you're not really used to that. And carbs tend to make you sleepy, especially late in the afternoon if you've eaten them in the morning, it takes about a good 6 hours for them to wear off. And then that's where you get that afternoon slump, which is good if you are dedicated to getting that nap in that 2 to 4 hour, like 2 to 4 p.m.
Right.
time of day. Which leads us to time of day. You have this natural dip in your hormone cycle around 2 p.m. Your alertness dips around 3, which is in alignment with your natural circadian rhythm. And like I said earlier, if you can get a nap in that window of like between 2 and 4, be perfect.
Right.
Also, what happens right around 9 p.m. is your melatonin secretion starts to ramp up. So just when you're done with the dinner, you're getting dressed, you're getting ready to hit the club or whatever nightlife that they've got planned at the resort or the event takeover and stuff, you're starting to feel tired already. Why? Because the melatonin's kicking in, and it's going to be extra strong because you're in the sun all day.
Exactly.
So now comes the Red Bull, which is the caffeine, which is going to dehydrate you more. So if you didn't catch up on your hydration earlier, you're going to dehydrate yourself even more, which is going to make you tired, which means you're not going to be able to fuck. So,
or you're going to get even drunker faster because you're dehydrated.
Ooh, yeah.
Which is also going to accelerate this downward spiral.
I know. It's just terrible. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. The fun is just ruined.
Well, that's the thing. You just can't drink heavily and expect to not have results.
I know. So here's a strategy. We're to the strategy. Get the nap, like I talked about. Carry your own water bottle, which I talked about, with the electrolytes. Carry it everywhere. Get a big ass sun hat. I have done that. That does help.
And sun hats can be sexy, so
yes,
rock the hat.
Yes,
it's
yes.
good.
And on a cruise where it's windy, it didn't work out so well. So I did my own little MacGyver with the chin strap for my sun hat. It kept it on, and I was in the playroom every single night. So, hey, I got my fuck on. Long sleeve sun cover. It's not the sexiest, but I did wear it in the Costa Rica trip at the LLV event. It had a hoodie. It was specifically designed for being in the sun. It was lightweight. It was white. It had the SPF protection of 50%, so I didn't have to keep reapplying sunscreen because I knew I was going to forget. And I could wear it in the pool. And I thought, I'm going to look weird. I'm the only one out there. But then I thought, well, does everyone need to see my boobs 100% of the time? I'd rather just save myself from, for the playroom later, which turned out to be not so great. But that's another story if you've listened to that episode. But the point is, do something that, strategize, right?
Right.
Maybe don't wear it every day, but maybe every other day, right?
Or go into the pool briefly and have some social time. And then when you get out and you're sitting on the side, sipping your cocktail, then wear the sunscreen or find an umbrella or find some shade and cycle through.
Yeah. Besides, I don't think guys are that picky. They can see right through that shit anyway. So I'm probably just...
You're overthinking it.
I'm overthinking it.
Yes.
I'm overthinking it. Bring that banana bag to keep you hydrated 1 or 2 daily. Find more shade, as Ed said. Find more shade if they have it. Take those micro breaks. Drink less alcohol if you can.
Yeah. And there's
it's hard not to at an all-inclusive, right?
Yeah, they just kind of throw it at you. But there are multiple benefits of that. Guys, you will appreciate not having the erectile dysfunction.
Right.
But
why aren't you working?
Yeah. And of course, the dehydration and the tiredness also contribute to that. So.
Yes. You can bring your edibles, if you can, if they're legal in your state or you are able to get a hold of them and you want to take the risk of, flying with them, depending on where you're going, that's a nice alternative to alcohol, right? Gives you a little bit of buzz, a little bit of relaxation, and, no calories and no dehydration.
Yeah. In addition to minimizing your drinking, remember to eat or snack also. So having some food in your stomach will also help.
Yeah. The cruises are really, really good for that because there seems to be just food all the time everywhere, right? You can just
There's almost always some place you can get food for
you
sure.
You can quickly grab a snack, even at the bar. Some of the bars, they have little finger foods and things like that. At Kate's event, when we were at PCAP in Palm Springs, there was food. Even at the bar, they had fruit and yogurt. I would not say at LLV at the pool down below, we did not have any food down at that bar.
No, there wasn't. There was usually some food up at the upper pool, but
yes, that's true. But no one hung out there.
Yeah, most of the people were hanging out at the lower pool.
I know, so funny. Our other strategy is try to lure others out of the pool to have conversations in the shade. Sit on the side sometimes feels awkward. Sitting on the side of a hot tub sometimes feels awkward. Laying down, it's difficult for your neck, your back, your elbows. We get it. The biggest obstacle in all this when you're trying to congregate around water is it's like a kitchen in a home. Everyone wants to be there. So you're going to have to find a strategy that works for you. Smaller venues may not be conducive to hanging out on the fringe of the pool or the hot tub, but on a cruise, it actually worked well for us. Making friends around that edge of the pool and at the bar near the pool and sharing lounge chairs really, really worked in our favor.
There's no doubt that if you want to increase your chances of meeting people, you need to be in the pool, or at least where the majority of people are congregating. If you're not a sun worshiper, how do you make those connections? You're going to need to make concessions and plan. We limited ourselves to sun and pool time, and then tried to get naps. When we are on a cruise, we definitely hang on the fringe more, trying to maximize our playtime.